people who have jobs, they always complain about the weather. Oh, so it's raining so much. But I know, and I experience that every day the sun shines, because whenever the sun breaks through, I can go outside and enjoy it.
An Income to Come raconte l'histoire d'une utopie qui a germé il y a bien longtemps et qui continue de faire son chemin dans l'esprit de certains. C'est un sujet économique, politique, humain et inévitablement polémique. Bref, c'est surtout l'histoire de ces quelques certains qui se réunissent autour d'une utopie qui se concrétise.
Since 2 months, I'm living on a basic income, and before that, I wrote books at night after work, dus next to a full-time job, and now this is my full-time job. And with this experiment, I'm also the first one in Holland to have a basic income for this longer period, because normally it's just a year, but I'm looking at 5 years of liberty, you could say. In 5 years' time, anything can happen, because 1 year is over before you know it, and in 5 years things can develop. But the reason I started living on a basic income, the reason I wanted to do this experiment, the reason I wanted to live the way I live now, was the fact that I had a high stress job, working 50 hours a week, spending 3 hours a day in my car getting to and from my job. Sometimes I spent 4 hours in my car, and I was really close to ending up burned out. I had all the minor complaints leading to a collapse. So I was under stress all the time, and I was at one point I even felt that this stress, this chronic stress, is eating away my lifespan. Because I really felt inside that it was costing me months or maybe years of my life. So I wanted that to end, and I wanted to, maybe in a way, I wanted to start over, start anew, start again, and start a different life, a far more relaxed life with more possibilities and more freedom. I don't have a real job, and I can do whatever I like. If I want to work, if it's raining all day, I'm working all day in my study, and if the weather is good, I can go out for a walk, or I can go out on a bike ride, or I can read a book in the garden. So I've said recently that in a way my life didn't just start over again, but in a way you could say I'm now, for the first time in my life, really living. So the way I live now, that's the first time in my life worth of the description living. This is truly living. This is leading a life. This is how people are supposed to live. We're not supposed to sit in an office for 8 hours behind a computer for weeks and months and years, and looking outside and seeing the weather and seeing, in a way, your life pass by. And that's not the way we're supposed to live. Working for working 30 years to buy a house or buy more rubbish. Because now a lot of I've studied political science myself, and a lot of people in that field are saying that this system, a neoliberal market capitalism, is walking at its last feet. That it might maybe last another 50 years, half a century, but then we have to figure out how to put up a new system. A system that's more fair, and a system that's not exhausting the planet, and a system that doesn't create enormous wealth on the one hand and a growing poverty on the other hand. Yeah, so the economy is the economy lost track, or you could say it lost direction in the early 80s, and now it's like a train heading for a brick wall, I think. Yeah. So the way we live, the way we spend, and the way we consume is something that's not sustainable. And so the whole system, the political system and the economical system, both are not sustainable. And a basic income is a way of putting up from the ground, building up a new system, a better system, a more fair system, and a less selfish system.
Salut, si cette vidéo t'a pas plu mais que t'as encore envie de bouffer du revenu de base, tu peux aller par ici. C'est l'histoire de Antoine André, un Suisse, qui a récolté des signatures en Suisse pour un référendum sur le revenu de base qui a été voté le 5 juin 2016 dernier, en Suisse toujours. Et si t'aimes pas les Suisses, sinon tu peux aller voir ici, je te promets quelque chose de tout à fait singulier, de très différent par rapport à ce que tu viens de voir d'avant. C'est le journal des bonnes nouvelles.